Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Jay Singh and today we're going to talk about something that will seriously boost your productivity in Microsoft Word. That's right, we're going to talk about keyboard shortcuts that we're going to use in Microsoft Word. If you're still relying on your mouse for everything in the Word, you're wasting time. In this video, I'll show you the top 10 Microsoft Word shortcuts that will help you edit, format, and navigate your documents much faster. By the end of this tutorial, you'll be working like a pro. Now make sure to hit the like and subscribe button and also turn on the notification because I drop new videos every Monday, and also comment below and let me know which shortcut you use the most. Alright, let's jump into Microsoft Office Word and get started. So in this video we're going to talk about these shortcuts. So we're gonna go through two different steps. First, I will show you the traditional method which you can use with the mouse, and then we're gonna use the shortcut to do the exact same thing in a less time. Alright, let's get started with one by one. So I'm just gonna go ahead and insert a blank page here so it's easy for us to navigate and work through. Right, so let's add a demo text. Here we go. Now the first one is copy and paste, right? So the traditional method is that you select a text, you can go to a home page, and in the clipboard section you click a copy, you click wherever you want to paste your text, and you click paste. It will paste it for you. Now the shortcut key for this is Control C and the Control V. C is for the copy, V is for the paste. Now let's give it a try. So we're gonna select entire paragraph here. We're gonna press Control C, and then when we come down here, we're gonna press Control V, and it's gonna do the same thing for you without going to the Home tab. So this covers our copy and the paste. Now the next one is Control plus X, which is cut the text. Instead of copy paste, we do have the option for the cut paste as well. So let's say that you have some specific line or a paragraph or anything that you do not want it at one place, but you want it instead to another place, right? In that case, we use the cut and paste tool. So here we're gonna do a scissor icon, which is a cut. We're gonna cut it from there and we're gonna paste it up here. Now again, the shortcut keys works the same, that you have to Control X for the cut and then Control V for the paste. It's gonna do the same thing for you, right? Now the next one is Control Z with the Control Y. That's a undo and redo command. For those of you who doesn't know the term undo and redo, let me explain it for you. Undo means undoing the last task that you have done, going back to the last task you have done. Let's say that I typed my name Jay Singh, right? So if I do the undo command, it will delete the word Jay Singh, right? Because this is the last command that I gave to the Microsoft Word, and it's gonna remove that command, right? So let's go ahead and we try. Now the traditional method is up here in the home tab as well. This is the undo. So once I click the undo, it's gonna delete the word Jay Singh, right? Now if accidentally that you deleted a word or a paragraph or a specific line that you do not want to remove but you actually need it in your document, this is where the redo option comes in. So redo option bring back the last command. Here we go, right? So now let's go with the shortcut keys. So shortcut key for the undo section is Control Z to delete the last command that we gave, and Control plus Y to redo the command that we just undid, right? So this covers our basic editing shortcuts to save your time. Now we're gonna go ahead with the navigation and selection shortcuts. Control A, Shift plus arrow keys, and Control plus left and right arrow keys, right? So Control plus A is for select all text, right? So the traditional way to select all text is here in the home section, that you go select and you select all. This is gonna select all the text that you have, right? This is the traditional method. Now let's go ahead with the shortcut key Control A, which will do the same for you. Instead of going to a home tab and then clicking on the select all, just press Control A. That's gonna do the trick for you. Now the next thing is Shift plus arrow keys. Now let's consider a scenario that you don't want to select all the text, right? You just want to select a specific line or a specific words, few words, or maybe few characters of a single word, right? Now doing in a traditional way with the mouse here like this and then just dragging left right can be hectic, right? So here comes a shortcut key. You select where you want to start from, press the shift key and keep pressing the arrow keys until you have the exact text that you want to copy. Now you can go in any direction. You can go left, you can go right, you can go up, you can go down. It all depends how much text you want to copy or you want to select, right? So this will give you a much more clarification or much more easiness on selecting a text as compared to the traditional way. Sometimes you have a glitchy mouse or there's a low battery and it just like keeps vibrating, shaking and just messes up everything. So I would personally suggest to use the shortcut key shift plus arrow keys for a better performance, right? So this is how you select your text precisely. Now the control plus left is for the jump between the words quickly. Now let's take a scenario that you don't have a mouse or it's not working, right? And you want to jump from word to word, right? You have to go from the first word in the middle, right? You want to go in the middle, but your cursor is here at the first. Now the traditional way, the very first traditional way is selecting with the mouse. But let's just consider the possibility that the mouse is not working, right? So what are you gonna do? Now the second traditional way is using the arrow keys, but that goes character by character. Takes a long time, right? So instead press Control and it's gonna jump from word to word. If you can see here in the first line, right? So it here is the correct, the cursor is on the L, and when I click Control with the right arrow key, it jumps to I instead of O, and then goes on to D, S, A, and then comma, and then C, and then A, E, M, and goes on, right? So this covers our jump between the words quickly. So this covers our navigation and selection shortcut, right? So let's go ahead and move on to formatting shortcuts, right? Formatting shortcuts we already pretty much talked about in our last two videos, but for those who haven't gone through the last videos, please do. And in this video I'm gonna show you as well. So the first one is Control B, I and U. As we discussed in the previous videos, B is for the bold, I is for the italic, and U is for the underline. So I'm just gonna go and select this specific paragraph here, and then once I click Control plus B, gives me a bold for the same paragraph, right? And you can use the same command to undo it as well, right? If you already have a text that is bold here, right? If we click on the formatting shortcut, it is already in the bold. Now if we click Control B, it goes back to the normal, right? Now as for this, we have Control I for the italic and Control U for the underline. Now instead of going through the traditional way that you have to select a text and go to the home and then click on B, I or U, just select the text and press Control B, I and U, and you'll have the same functions available to you, right? Now the next one that we have up here is Control plus Shift plus. Now the next one we have is Control plus Shift plus the two buttons, right? So now instead of going through all that traditional way of going into the home tab, selecting the font size manually, or keep clicking on these two increase font size or decrease font size buttons, there's a shortcut key. So what you're going to do is control with a shift while holding these two buttons, do not release it. You're going to press the comma or the dot button in your own way. So for the button that's with the comma, you will have the size decrease for you. As you can see at the bottom of the screen, the comma decrease the size. Now if you click on the dot, the full stop one, it will increase the size for you, and much faster as compared to clicking on the mouse over there in the home tab, right? There we go. Now let's have the format painter do the same format to these ones, right? Now this covers our font size increase and decrease section. In the past video we already discussed about the justification and the alignment of the text, right? So we're just gonna go through again one more time. So I'm gonna have these three paragraphs. Let's just do here so it can be easily visible. So I'm gonna select these, right? So for the alignment purpose, to make your text looks much better, we'll have these functions saying in the paragraph in the home section we have a paragraph group where you have multiple options for the alignment. This is a traditional way. Again, you have left, center, right, and a justify, right? So left means that it's gonna be aligned to the left, and on the right side it's gonna be up and down, doesn't matter, right? So as you can see on this paragraph as well, the frames is on the edge as compared to this word is a little bit ahead to these, right? So let's go ahead and use those shortcut keys. First one is Control E, which is left, E. Now some of you might confuse that for the center why it's not Control C, because we have a Control C for the copy. That's right. So this is why they use the Control E for the center, right? The rest is the same. Pretty much use the first letter. Control L is for the left, R is for the right, J is for the justify, right? Now you might not be able to see the justification here because that paragraph ends here, so we're just gonna go ahead and remove those paragraphs and make it a single paragraph, so you can use C that it's been justified on both sides, right? There's an even margin on both sides and the text is properly aligned to the both sides. Now let me show you the difference between the left and the justify. There we go. This is left and this is justify, right? So this covers our alignment part as a shortcut. So I'm just gonna repeat this one again. Control L for the left, Control R for the right, Control J for the justify, and the last one Control E for the center, not Control C. Control C is for the copy, right? So now let's move ahead and jump to our next paragraph. So next one is productivity shortcuts. Control F, H, and Control plus Enter, right? So let's say that you have a big report, or let's say a big document someone shared with you, or you made your own report or something like that, right? And you want to find a specific word out of it, but you cannot do it page by page, and you certainly don't have a time to scroll down and look manually, right? And the page report is, let's say, 100 pages long and you simply don't have a time. Now the shortcut for the time saving is Control plus F for the find tool, right? So just go ahead and let's assume a word from here that we use the most, right? Let's take the word arrow, or let's take the word shift because we have multiple sightings of the shift here. So I'm just gonna type shift here, and as you can see on the left side it gave me 5 results, and also the location where they are located. And here in the document you can see all the shifts in this document have been highlighted. Now if I go ahead and type shift here, and once I go to the navigation and click enter, I have a 6 results instead of 5. As you can see, there's 5 here, 1 2 3 4 5, and the sixth one is highlighted as well again, right? So if you, this is easy to navigate as well. You just have to click on the shift or the word that you have to navigate to and click on it, it will navigate it for you, right? So this covers our find tool. This is the find tool. Now the traditional way for the find tool is here in the home section, find and find. Advanced find, go to, this is a detailed part, we'll go through that later in the next videos, right? Now the control H as well. Now for those of you again who's here for the first time, let me give it a little bit of the introduction for the control H and the find and replace tool for you, because we already covered this one in the previous video. Control H or the find and replace tool, we use it to replace a specific text in the entire document. Instead of changing word by word, we simply type the one word that's in a wrong, or you can say have been misspelled, and we type the correct word and it will replace all those words for you. Now let's do it and control H, and let's say that we want to replace all the shift with JSync. Now once I click replace all, I should be able to see 6 replacements made, because we have 6 of the shifts here, 1 and then with 2 3 4 5, and the sixth one is here, right? So once I click replace all, we made 6 replacements. All the shifts has been changed to JSync, as you can see here, all those, right? We're not gonna do that. We're just gonna change it back. Actually, you can do Control Z, another shortcut that we use to save our time, right? So this covers our find and replace text tool. Now Control Enter, right? Insert a page break quickly, right? So with this page break, I'm gonna give you a little extra tip as well, which is not mentioned here in the guide, but I have to zoom out. Now if you click Control plus Enter, yes, it will do a page break for you, that it will break this page here and it will navigate to you on a next blank page, right? Now the traditional way for this was insert, and then we have two options here, blank page and a page break. So page break means that you break the page you are currently working on, you finish it over there and you start from the next page. Now for the blank page, right, some of you might find it confusing, right, that if you try to insert a blank page here, it gives me the exact same thing as the page break. So what's the difference, right? So the difference is the page break. If I click here, right, make sure to keep an eye on the pages that I'm working on, right? So if I click on the page break here, the following paragraph goes to the next page, right, on the page third, right? But if I do a blank page, it gives me a blank page here, and the paragraph moves to the fourth page. It actually inserts a blank page in the middle of those two paragraphs, right? So this is the difference. Now the blank page only works if you have any kind of text after your cursor. If your cursor is already at the edge and you try to insert a blank page or you try a page break, it's gonna do the same thing, right? So it won't be any use. So this covers our productivity shortcuts, right? So now these are the bonus hidden tricks, right? And most people 90% of the people don't know about these, right? So let's go ahead, right? So these things are copy formatting and paste formatting. Now in the past videos we have already covered this tool Format Painter, and even in the videos I was showing you how to do them manually. Let's say we have this one. I'm gonna use the Format Painter here for the people who's watching for the first time. So you want this type of the formatting on this entire paragraph, right? So we're gonna do is we're gonna use the Format Painter. We're gonna select the text, Format Painter, click on it, and select this paragraph, and it will give you the exact same formatting that we have here, right? So this is Times New Roman 16 with the bold, and here we all again have Times New Roman 16 with the bold, right? So this is a Format Painter. Now watch closely what happens, right? So if I click up here, right, and then select this specific title, all I have to do is Control Shift and C to copy the specific formatting that this line has. And now for the Format Painter we have a limitation that we have to select one by one, right? So it's like this. We select this, we do a Format Painter, we can select up here, right? And then we have to select the Format Painter again to do here, and then again to do here, right? Since we are not doing on these, right? So for these we have a limitation, right? So what we're gonna do is for the, let's say that we only want on the text that we previously had. So this tool, these two shortcuts, right, they are very useful and very time saving, very much time saving. All you have to do, click here, Control Shift and C to copy the format, and then just casually go select the paragraph, press Control and select the other, and keep the Control pressed, select the next one, and after that Control Shift and V, and there we go, voila, we have the same formatting on the paragraph, which again excluded these ones, right? We actually wanted to exclude these ones, so they are excluded from the formatting, but these three are formatted exactly like these, right? This actually saves a lot of time. Instead of going one by one on each of the headings or a specific text, this saves a lot of time. Just select everything you have and then just do the paste formatting too. Now another bonus trick for you, right? So as you see me doing that, I was selecting this text manually, right? I was selecting this one manually with the control, right? But let's just say that I have multiple formats, or you can say multiple paragraphs with the same format, and I want to change all of them. Would I be selecting all of them with the control and manually zooming in, zooming out, and manually selecting them? Answer is no. What you have to do is, for that, this is a bonus trick, it's not mentioned up here, so this is a bonus trick, right? So you just have to go and click anywhere inside that paragraph that you want the formatting to copy, right? And then you're gonna go in the home section, you're gonna go to the select and click this option, select text with a similar formatting. So once I click, all the text with the similar formatting will be highlighted, and you can manually change. Let's say that I want them to have a red color. See, now instead of clicking manually like this, right, this or this or this is so much time wasting. All you have to do is click, select all with a similar formatting, and there you go, right? So this sums up our bonus tricks. Now the last one that's left is the insert date. Some of you don't know about this option, and most people actually try like this, right? March 3 2025, this is how they do, right? This is the date they mention, but this is just a text, this is not a date, right? it is basically a date, but it's not a date you can say. So for the Microsoft Word, if you go here in the insert, right, we have an option here. This is a traditional way again, right? So date and time, you have to select the format you want. I'm gonna choose this and make sure to keep this box checked, update automatically. So let's say that you saved on March 3 and you want to re-edit it on, let's say, March 7, right? Click update automatically. So every time you open this document on a new date, it will automatically change your date for you. You don't have to manually change it, right? So here, so okay, and it will have this a small box outside this March 3. So even if it's not updated manually, sorry, if even if it's not updated automatically, just click on this update button and it will manually update for you, right? So this is the traditional way. Now the shortcut is Alt Shift and D. Now some people actually think like this is not the format they want, right? So they just go ahead, delete it and go with the traditional way. No, right click on it and click edit field, and there we go. We have more options than the traditional one, right? More options actually. Here we go. And preserve formatting during updates and click OK, and then there we go. We have a format changed as well. You can go with any one of them and it will automatically change it for you. So this sums up our small video on the shortcuts that you can use in the Microsoft Word to save your time. Thank you so much for watching and have a wonderful day.